So that's the plan. So yeah, hopefully we can get through these first couple of rounds and make it to the finals today.
Looking at the numbers last night, though, this is a very tight field.
Yeah, no.
Power in these conditions.
Both drivers ready into pre-stage. First run of the Santos Summer Thunder. How far out of shape can Phil Reed get? The win goes to Damien Harris, a 390 at 500 kilometres an hour. But Mark, my eyes were glued to that Hydrolink car.
I need to see the Sunoco replay here. Phil Reed got out, both cars 850 at 60 foot, but how sideways did he get? Trying to keep...
Moment, and it's got to be a concern for Aaron Hambridge and the entire Carrot Kings team. Just the way they've struggled to get that car to launch without blazing the tyres. We're going to find out very, very shortly whether they've cured it. Gibberish v Lamartina at the Santos Summer Thunder. Oh, good drag race. Lamartina will get the win. A 397, clearly off the throttle early, Mark. And Peter Gibberish, that car just didn't seem to get up and go.
Yeah, I need to look at the Sunoco replay for Gibberish because I was actually watching Phil Lamartina. So we're on Phil Lamartina right now. They got some really good parts. They finally sorted their gremlins from testing. They get a good, strong pass from Lamartina. You can just see to the left of the screen a bit of a haze of the smoke of the tyres for Peter Gibberish. They dropped cylinders, so they've got raw fuel there, lost spark on that side of the engine, so they've been down probably 1,000, 2,000.
Captain behind that windscreen. Wayne Newby, straight, clean, and right down the middle. A 386 at 503. I said it was clean, and then we got some a bit of excitement down the braking area. But Richie Crampton, the car really didn't want to run, Mark.
Yeah, Sunoco replay. Crampton to the left of the screen. It looks like it shook and maybe spun there. But Wayne Newby...
Still a spot in the final later on tonight. In the other lane, we've got Phil Lamartina. Did not have a good couple of meetings at his first two events back after a 5-year layoff. Now, he's got one win under the belt. The confidence would be up. This has all the makings of a great race, Mark.
And he's got lane choice this time around, Phil Lamartina. This is actually a rematch of round one of racing, just the way the points fell after that first round. It is a rematch. Gibberish looking to get revenge here. Lamartina with lane choice has taken the same lane that he was in round one. And I noticed in round one that all three winners came from the lane that Phil Lamartina is in.
Yeah, interestingly though, Peter Gibberish, he'll have data from the lane he's running. And he had lane choice in round one, and he chose the left-hand lane, the Rocket Industries, or the Aeroflow lane, sorry. So, game on. Oh, this is close. Lamartina, 388 beats a 391. Both cars over 500 kilometres an hour. That's 2 wins, 2 starts. Aaron Hambridge there, the crew chief. He is just another relieved face in the Lamartina crew.
Have a listen to this, Rob. Win margin .0.
Damien Harris for Rapisada Autosport International, Atlantic Oils, and of course Uplift Cranes, Titan Cranes, and Jim Reed Racing with the new support of Hydrolink hose and fittings on board. Bit of a story there. I think it's the only time I've ever seen Jim Reed Racing at the racetrack without Jim Reed being present. Be a win for Harris, a 389, not as quick as Lamartina. 398 for Phil Reed. I'm not sure either of them got to the finish line under power, Mark.
No, Damien Harris was actually 0.06 of a second slower than Phil Lamartina. We're on board here with Phil Reed. He was out in front. He was actually pulling away, and then something happened there. I'm not sure if it started spinning the tyres or dropping some cylinders, but that's when Harris got his chance to strike, and he got the win. He goes 2 from 2. Phil Lamartina is too.
Call of Sydney Dragway to decide to postpone the event by a week. It couldn't have happened last weekend with the rain, but it's thrown a few upsets in. As we say, Ashley Sanford couldn't come back. Jim Reed from Jim Reed Racing was already booked for a Fiji holiday. Guess what he's doing? He's watching Oboe play at the moment, watching the live broadcast. Probably with a mojito in his hand or something. And what we have is Richie Crampton now to take on Wayne Newby. race. I thought Crampton had that and Newbie just snuck by a 388 to a 390.
Wow, I thought the first pairing of this session was close at 19 thousandths. How about 4 thousandths of a second win margin for Wayne Newby? 0.004. Every victory has come from the lane that Richie Crampton is in.
Yeah, I think the quicker cars have had lane choice and they've chosen the right-hand lane, and it's just led to that. So, Richie Crampton hasn't had a win here this weekend, but boy, he didn't lose by much against Newbie. That was a squeaker. There's Phil Reid. Final little air bleed adjustments on the base of the ejector hat. Then he walks away, signals his driver in.
These are the best conditions we've had today for the Top Fuel dragsters.
Another great race. Crampton's car quit a little early, but Phil Reid, 3.803, 511 kilometres an hour at the end of just 300 metres of Top Fuel racetrack. That is stunning stuff.
Sunoco replay here. We're on the side of Richie Crampton's lane, but Phil Reid, that is the quickest pass we've ever seen by a Top Fuel dragster here at Sydney Dragway. That's the low ET of the event. The quickest pass we've seen this season in Top Fuel as well.
Both the crew chiefs now hand over to their drivers. They've done all they can. Santos Summer Thunder, round 3 of Top Fuel. Oh, pick that one! It's Gibberish by a 387, whole shot win over a 385. They are just turning it on, Mark. That is sneak by thousands time and time again.
That was a win margin of 1/100th of a second or 10,000ths of a second. We're on board with Harris. Gibberish got the win, but how close is Top Fuel today? What a cracking meet so far. I hope we get the front-on shot of the Sunoco replay because you could see the vapor trails on Peter Gibberich's wing as he went across the finish line. The friction caused it. The speed that every round of racing won so far in this third round has been in the lane that Phil Lamattina is in.
This is the final of Top Fuel. And it will be the Santos Cranes car of Wayne Newby to win the Santos Summer Thunder. A 382 beats a 390. The celebrations start, and it was yet another great Top Fuel race.
What a win for Wayne Newby. This is actually his 5th straight final in this dragster. Gets a win here at the Santos Summer Thunder. Sunoco replay. Both cars very, very strong. And Lamattina, he gave it his all there, but Newby, just a little bit too much here in the final.
Have a look at the head-on shot, those nitro flames, all 8 cylinders, both sides of the racetrack. Ben Bishop, he's down on the start line, somewhere in the middle of that scrum.
It is Santos Summer Thunder. It's only fitting. Congratulations, mate.
Thank you very much. We were a little bit behind on the service turnaround there, but everything was falling into place, and I made some last-minute, very aggressive moves because we were a little bit down from the E2 run, and seemed to have paid off. But all respect goes to Bruce Reid and the Black Mamba team because that was a hell of a run, 380, and they've done it twice now. So hats off. It's been a great ending to a hot and testing day.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I tell you what, Wayne Newby, he is cementing himself to get a nice little lead here in the Top Fuel Championship after just 3 rounds. Look at the congratulations coming. How good is that to see Phil Lamattina come over? Well done, mate. Get yourself another gold Christmas tree just to put into the collection.
This is going to go in the Santos Trophies cabinet. I know he wanted this race because it was his race this weekend. I'm real happy for him. Congratulations on Lamos for getting to the final. Like to thank Atlantic Oils, Uplift Cranes, Santos Cranes and Titans Cranes. And see you at Easter.
We can't wait to see you out there either.
Thanks, buddy.
What a dominant performance by Wayne Newby and his crew chief Santino Rapisada. Have a look at the 400 Thunder official merchandise scoreboard. Wayne Newby 324 points ahead of his teammate Damien Harris on 241. Lamatina's climbed all the way to 3rd. Peter Gibberish back into 4th. Phil Reed climbed the table. Ashley Sanford, she went missing this weekend. She's going to be back at Easter when we go to Willowbank Raceway for the Santos Super Thunder. We've got Top Fuel, Pro Alcohol, Pro Slammer, Top Bike, Sportsman. It is